league is tough now. You don't know what to ever expect. But yes, once we finish that, we off that high cloud. We got to just push everything behind us and get ready for the 25-26 season.
Welcome back. Justin Tatum speaking there about the Hawks raising their championship banner to the rafters. Was that a little bit of a dig at Scott Roth, speaking about the fact that they're happy that they're doing it against last year's champions?
I think he looks for any motivation he can. That's what I think.
Well, that's no doubt, and it's great to have, like he said, the 2 championships from the past 2 years here to celebrate this moment. But I noticed, Joe, that Tasmania are not out on the floor.
And there is probably a reason for that. Now, we obviously had JC on earlier in the show. It was interesting, the take that he sort of took. They didn't really want to mention the word repeat. Did that surprise you?
No, not at all. And I actually asked him, because I remember when I was an assistant coach with the Sydney Kings and the first year we won it. And I remember asking Brian Goorjian, and the GOAT as he is, saying, what do you do? And he said, you never ever talk about the next one. You put it in your back pocket, don't spoil it. It's great, fantastic memories, but move on. And that's what I liked what he said as well.
And with this new lineup, the retooled lineup, he's going to have to find the identity of this team ASAP. Are they going to push the pace like they did last year? How strong are they going to be on the defensive end? And how well can they shoot the basketball from the perimeter?
Well, it's obviously a wonderful celebration tonight. They won it on this court. They get to celebrate with the fans on this court again. How special is it for them?
Look, I've been calling games here for 10 years, and I've been that Sydney-Illawarra rivalry for so long. Illawarra fans are amazing. They love their town, they love their city, and this meant the world to them, winning this championship. I walked in here today, and you look, they're giving the key, and the mayor's talking now. I walked in here, and everyone was just absolutely on a buzz that they get to raise this banner.
Yeah, it's a great night, and as I said earlier, though, sometimes it can deter from your performance. It can affect you adversely because you're so caught up in the emotion of the banner and the championship. So the Hawks will need to come out, put all of this behind them immediately, Brad, and get to hooping.
Can I just say that Derek and I have got no idea what they're feeling because we've never won a championship as a player, but it's nice that you said that.
Try and put yourself in the players' shoes. What if you're the guys coming in, the Jonah Boldens, the Ja'Cory McLaughlins? Is this motivating for them?
Yeah.
Surely it must be.
Yeah, you'd be really happy for your teammates, but I want some of that, is exactly what you'd be thinking.
Yeah, and there's a feeling that you don't want to let anyone down. These fans want to see them go back to back. That is the standard now, and you want to make sure that you can do as much as possible to assist the program in going in that direction.
You mentioned back-to-back. What do you need to see from the Hawks tonight to be convinced that they can do it?
Well, we want to see how they play together as a unit. Can you find cohesion quickly? That's the key, Brad.
For me, it's the energy. You can you can work on your offense, you can work on your defense. I want to know, are they playing with that Illawarra Hawks energy that they were so outstanding with last year?
Well, as we said, you're looking at the pictures here of the Hawks banner being raised to the rafters. No Tassie JackJumpers. They're actually in the hallway just behind, out of shot here, behind you, Brad. What are they feeling right now? What are the nerves doing for them?
You would think, and nothing else better, that we want to spoil this party. That's exactly what Scott Roth will be telling them, and let them have their time now, throw the ball in the air.
How do you think they are going to fare this season? Every single team across this league has retooled and gotten better. Where do you see the JackJumpers?
Well, they have a significant advantage anytime they play because of their coach, Scott Roth. He raises the floor of that team's potential because of his ability to coach on the defensive end, the way he gets his players to execute the game plan, and also he's got a bit of a niggling personality that I think creates a real us against them demeanor.
I love it. Look at that press conference last week. I don't know who's in Perth. I don't know who we're playing, and there's the flag right there. I love seeing that. And of course, Chuck Harmison and Matt Campbell, 2 legends of the Illawarra Hawks Foundation, bringing out this beautiful championship banner.
They're amazing pictures, as we said before. Their first championship in 24 years. I've just been shown the noise barometer, or whatever you call it. It is through the roof in here. It is so loud. The fans are loving it.
I wish I could hear you, Joe, but I heard you say the fans are loving this. As we said, there's Chuck Harmison. He was the GM when they won their first championship, and Matt Campbell was a player. He's now also the GM for the Illawarra Hawks. As I said, this means the world to this town.
The Hawks have come a long way over the past few years. Have you guys really noticed the difference? And now that we can actually see the visceral success, but have you noticed the difference around the place?
No doubt. I mean, Joe, we only have to go back less than 3 seasons ago to this place was only half full, Brad.
Yeah.
You were calling games here. The turnaround has been significant. The hiring of Justin Tatum was an incredible move and has 100% changed the fortunes of this franchise.
I'd even go back a couple of years earlier that when they brought Gorgian in here, I thought that's where the change was. He actually brought Tyler Harvey to this city.
Correct.
And then you start to get the momentum there. And then, of course, JT's taken him over that next lead. And here's the chant we've heard for 30 years.
Just listen to it. They are absolutely loving it in here. The energy is electric. Guys, who wins this game and why?
This is a tough one, Joe, because I never doubt Tasmania's ability to upset people. If they come in here and perform on the defensive end the way they have in the first 2 games, especially the game in the jungle, they're a real shot here tonight.
So Derek's going to sit on the fence as usual.
Wow.
And not give you, I'm saying Tasmania. I think Tasmania get this game. I think having a couple of games under their belt already, the fact that Illawarra have got some injuries, I've got concerns for their point guard area. Tasmania to get this one for me.
Brad Rosen, if you are JT tonight, what is on your whiteboard?
Number one, I'm telling them, make sure you play with energy. You have to get your energy up. That is the number one thing that we got things and got games last year. Stops and run. McGee, get on the glass, block shots, do what you've got to do. And Limilton, Bryce Hamilton's touches. Don't let him get it.
The JackJumpers are finally out on the court. Derek, what's Scott Roth thinking?
They've got to keep up their outstanding defensive play. They've been really good in the first 2 games, generate points in the paint, and control the tempo.
We cannot wait for this one at the Wynn Entertainment Centre. As we said, the energy is absolutely electric. Coming up, it's the Illawarra Hawks and the Tasmania JackJumpers.
This is a big name guy because people reached out to us and we was like, man, are you serious? Yeah, no brainer.
McGee backing it in, and it feels like we're looking at a different JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee gets it down low. There's McGee again. He goes up and dunks it right on top of Sharp.
It's just a blessing. You know, I think that just keeps us right in the content with the top 4 teams in the league.
Hamilton, look at that. That is something to get excited about. So smooth once again. Hamilton over the top of the 7-footer. Wow. Hamilton with a hand in the face. Big hit. Now Hamilton tucks it under the arm. Strong work again, Hamilton. Because this man is absolutely tearing it apart. I demand a replay. JLA steps back on him and swish it goes. Wow. Here's Hamilton again.
Welcome to the Hungry Jacks, folks. These 2 teams are the recent title winners, both with new faces. Tassie with their own Bryce, and of course the Hawks. Well, they're calling on an NBA veteran to help them go back-to-back. Excited about this game, and as Joe said, the energy inside this building is electric. Wollongong fans are loving every moment, but can the JackJumpers cause a bit of an upset here in Perth? Lockie Reed alongside Derek Rucker and, of course, Brad Rosen. Gents, welcome to you. There's a little bit of a buzz around Wollongong. Drove beautifully down from Sydney and really enjoyed the drive, but coming into this building is something fantastic.
Well, it's one of the more electric venues in the NBL, and certainly tonight is a massive occasion with that banner being raised to the roof here to celebrate their NBL25 title. But it's a tough opponent tonight, Brad. Tasmania, never a pushover, and they come in here playing pretty good basketball. They have a rightful claim to think that they could be 2-0.
Absolutely. I think, you know, you look at the sold-out crowd, this is the 2 that I'm interested in. The chess pieces that both coaches are able to play. They are the elite coaches right up there in this league, and they will make changes today. Doesn't matter who's out. We heard Justin Tatum say it's next man up, Lockie, and that's what they've always been like.
Are they differing coaches, these 2, just in terms of even personalities?
Well, I think Justin Tatum, because he's so animated and aggressive, often his coaching ability is overlooked, but when you look at his performance since taking over the Illawarra Hawks, he has been one of the master tacticians. He's great at using his lineups. He brings the best out of his players, And that Illawarra Hawks coaching staff has done a fantastic job with player development.
Exactly what Derek said is why these two coaches are right up there with the best. He brings the best out of his players, and their players will run through the brick wall for him.
JaVale McGee is a big man, and he would see the bald spot, all of your bald spot, just by looking straight down at you. This man is a three-time NBA champion, played at many, many clubs in the NBA. What are we expecting from him in this game to start the season?
Well, I think the number one thing for him, he'll be concentrating. We see him down in the block and making really nice moves, but for me, it's on the defensive end. He will be that ring protector, blocking shots so they can get their transition and get out and going. But I think with the amount of people they've got out, I'm expecting him to score quite numbers today. I'm looking for a 20-10 performance.
That's the pressure, isn't it? That comes with the high profile, the NBA experience. He can't just be a defender that blocks shots.
No, he's going to have to find a way to impact the scoring for this Illawarra Hawks team, a team that's been so good offensively over the past couple of seasons, in particular their ability to score the ball around the basket. But McGee, look, he's a blue blood. He knows how to play the game. He's 37 years of age and 7 foot tall. He's got a significant advantage on most of the players that he'll face in the competition at his position.
All right, well, Bryce Hamilton, I saw him first up against the Perth Wildcats, and my goodness me, he just took control of the game. It was one of the great performances. I know we're only 2 rounds in, but that was just a scintillating start. He's averaging 25 points a game already.
Yeah, I thought he was great. And Joe said at 50 for the weekend. He scored 50 points. What an outstanding. And Derek, the first guy that comes to mind, I'm not trying to put him in that category, but is Ricky Grace, left-handed. It's so hard to guard guys left-handed because you're just not used to it. There's not as many, but he is a flat-out scorer.
He is, and he comes with the right mindset. He understands what he's been brought here to do, and he's doing at a high level. But tonight will be another challenge for him, and with David Johnson out of the lineup, I said it in the pregame show, I expect 30-plus from Bryce Hamilton.
Absolutely. Joe Healy's done a terrific job so far, and she joins us courtside. Joe, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And what an occasion to be here for the Hawks. The banner being raised through the rafters. The energy is absolutely electric. Derek, you just mentioned the fact that DJ is out for the Tassie JackJumpers. Dave O'Hickey and Jonah Bolden also out for the Hawks, but there is obviously still a stack of talent out there. Cannot wait for this one.
Absolutely, Joe. It's an old school gym, and there's a little bit more energy in this fan base. Not that they need any more energy because they're always up and about. And there is McGee. We look forward to seeing how he lines up with this team. Peatling will be a really good sidekick for him. And, of course, Tyler Harvey. Everyone around the league loves Tyler Harvey.
Well, he's really progressed as a player, even into his 30s. And we look at Tassie's starting lineup, Hamilton, Drimmick, Campbell, Bannon, and Magne. And even despite the absence of DJ, that's a really strong 5.
Certainly is. We're about to get underway. The Hawks, of course, were a high-scoring team last year. 22 of their games, they scored 100-plus. Tassie, of course, only twice scored 100 or more points in a game, so it'll be an intriguing battle. Tiger Campbell gets us underway. First up, they need this man. Derek, I think you mentioned in the pre-game show, he needs to score in this game, in particular without Johnson. Hamilton, we know he can. And he'll send it up from three-point land. McGee will get his first boards as a Hawk. And
right away, Brad, they've gone with their best defensive player, Wani Swakala-Bullock, on Bryce Hamilton.
Yeah, I want to limit his touches. I've said it before. Once he gets the ball, and there's a turnover, unfortunately, once he gets the ball, it's really hard to stop him. The best way is just don't let him get it.
Good sprint down the court from Magne. Bannon from outside. That one won't go. Working hard is Drimmick. And it'll be a Hawks ball.
This is the one thing that is going to be the key when McGee is on the court. You stretch it. Now, you saw him picking up Bannon then. Bannon can knock that 3 down. That's going to be tough. There's a foul's called here on Drimmick. We will continue to see if Bannon's going to take that.
Nice bit of physicality starting here for Tasmania. No score on the board as yet. McLaughlin as well will be all eyes on him. Campbell all over him. McGee at the top of the key, a little handoff. Harvey's the scorer. He'll look inside. This could be a great start. It's not good body position from Magne on that occasion. Drimick left alone from three-point land. Bang, it goes.
Drimick's first points of the season, and Tasmania, 3 straight threes to start the game, and all of them pretty good looks as the Hawks go up top, and McGee welcomes himself to the league with an alley-oop slam.
That is fantastic. Both teams looking good in this on-ball situation. If you slip, they're going to step back and knock the 3 down as Drimick tries to there. But this is an up-tempo game, Lockie.
Well, he's got some point guard skills as well, McGee. A little bit of a dribble, then a handoff. So the alley-oop game have already started for JaVale McGee. Harvey against Drimick. Oh, somehow found his way towards the hoop, then tapped in. Was trying to tap it out, was Magnay, but it rolled into the hoop, and Bannon down the other end. Up against 3 or 4, spreads it out. This is Campbell, that one rattles around. Not able to take it was McGee, but Mason Peatling will help him out.
Well, that's the one he's got to knock down. Derek, you mentioned in the pre-game shooting 25% from the three-point line. With the outs they got here in McLaughlin as well, they need to knock these jumpers.
Nice move there from McLaughlin to create space for himself. Just missed that little mid-range jumper. Hamilton, he'll kill you with that left to right crossover.
Floater doesn't go, but Bannon finishes off the play. Handy little two-pointer there for Tasmania. Early goings here, 5-4 the score.
There's a good matchup here between McLaughlin and Campbell. 2 guys trying to prove themselves in the league.
Once again, the pass was a long one under the hoop, and McGee is an imposing presence right now.
That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hand as he is putting that in. He is a massive presence in there.
So how does Magnay manage that as he tries to pass it inside? Does he have to change up his game defensively, Magnay?
Well, he's going to have to stay attached, and I don't think a tag in that situation is going to do much because of McGee's size. And right there, you see he gets minimal help from Drimick. Poor communication between the two. McGee, I'm really impressed. I didn't realize he had this type of length and size as Campbell finally knocks one down, lets the crowd know about it.
Some early confidence from him. Here's McLaughlin. Fading away, throwing it up, doesn't go, comes down towards Magnay, and Campbell again, he's been very proactive in this game. Pass inside, it'll be McGee up against Magnay, and it'll be a foul on the big man for Illawarra.
Yeah, that's what he's got to get used to, Brad. That was a good call right there.
Right.
You can't put your hands around, you can't put 2 hands on. As Magnay gets it there on the block, that's a foul.
Yeah, we had a good angle. His right hand actually came round and grabbed him, and no question that's a foul.
Well, that's a good 3.5 minutes, though, from JaVale McGee, Lockie.
Yep, an impact straight away. They'll be liking that. Yates will come on for him. Good to see Harry Froling, one of the real good stories out of this NBL season. Can't wait to see him step onto the court. It's been a great fight back and comeback from him. Here's Drimick. Wants to go one-on-one with McLaughlin. He's munched underneath the basket. He landed 2 very heavily, but he'll be okay.
Well, an outstanding move there by Anthony Drimick. Hit him with several change direction moves, then got him up off his feet with a shot fake, and McLaughlin's attempt to contest was clumsy.
Yeah, broke his nose, obviously, and that's why he was limited minutes and out for a little while, but we spoke to him before the game, and he said feeling no effects whatsoever, feeling very confident as we see. But Wally Bales now stepping in.
Wally Bales had an outstanding NBA Summer League with the New York Knicks. I got to watch it in person, and the Knicks were very impressed with not only his play on the court. I felt and I agreed with the Knicks that he was one of the top 3 on-ball defenders in Las Vegas for that competition. And I heard also that they really were impressed with his leadership in practice.
Yeah, and that's coming off the back of a great NBL 1 season for the Sydney Comets. My old former club, he was outstanding, averaged over 28 points a game, and really, really confident player. So look for him tonight as, am I right, Lockie?
Oh, we're getting burgers. Oh, they'll be tasty on the way back to Sydney. The code word is set up. Hungry Jack's looking after us this season, as they have for many, many years. As Bales has it to Harvey. Drimick all over him. Harvey's speed is good. Just couldn't finish the floater on that occasion.
Accurately called, Lockie. That speed and his quickness off the catch is electric.
Little screen set for Campbell on this occasion. He can shoot away. He wants to work his way into the key. Now he's run into a little bit of trouble. Here's Hamilton. Haven't seen enough of him as yet. They'd like to get the ball back in his hands. But Campbell in the ends. Little elbow to the head. Well done by Bales. Good slot away. And he runs the court as well. An assist.
Well, that's what Malali Bales can do. That's exactly what he's been brought in this team for, to get up, get in the defensive, gets the block, pushes the break, and a layup.
One, he does a good job too. Good speed down the courts.
And Lockie, this is one of the things I talked about. For Tasmania to try and stay in this game and win it, they've got to control tempo. And controlling tempo means good offensive execution. They've got to get a better shot than that last one that got blocked by Campbell.
We're all tied up halfway through the first term here in Wollongong. Here's Bagnay again, getting a lot of minutes. The big boys will be coming at him, and over the top was Tyler Harvey. Doing a good defensive job. You score at one end, but if you also do the defensive stuff, the coach really loves you.
I just think Tasmania at the moment, they're trying to do that one out. They think they may have a mismatch. I think they're at their strength when they get the ball moved, they get their screens, they get their kickbacks. I think right now, just let the ball do the work. Don't try and take it one-on-one all the time.
So the inbound's a good one, Bagnay.
And that's better. Good on-ball action, nice and easy. Hamilton gets the floater.
Well, it's interesting how much Illawarra are committing to strong side from the weak side defensively as Blanchfield. We know what he's coming to the game to do, get him up. But Illawarra really over-committing to the basketball, especially when Hamilton has it.
So here's Campbell again. Standing in my way was Scotty Roth, and that one didn't go. Bannon working hard. Well done to Josh Bannon. He's a crucial player for this team, a great recruit over the off-season.
Well, I don't mind that three from Campbell. That's what you want. You look at the height out there. There is a mismatch, and Tasmania can get these offensive rebounds. It looks like they've probably got Toddy Blanchfield in the 4 right now, so offensive rebounds could be a key.
Trying to work his way in. The pressure was good once again from Bannon. Taking it was Blanchfield. He finishes with the 2. There was a little bit of a push in there, but not called. So it's up and down the court we go, 12-10. Campbell 1 of 4 so far from the field. Here's Bannon again. Trimmick, always keen to shoot, and why not when you can roost it up like that?
Sharp execution offensively. Tasmania doing a good job early in this game, especially on the defensive end. They've held the Hawks only 10 points.
Little step back from Tyler Harvey. Bagnay under the boards doing a good job. So we saw about 3 minutes, D-Ruck, as Trimmick shoots away again. He was looking for back-to-back threes. We saw about 3 minutes of McGee standing up, ready to get back on the court. Is he like a 20, 25-minute man to start this season, just to get into it?
Well, I think it's going to be a game-by-game situation. Blanchfield redeems himself for that previous miss. Knocks one down, but back to McGee. I think Tatum will really read it, and also, we're not sure what type of condition he is in, so you don't want to burn him out too quick. Let him feel his way into this league.
Good to see Toddy Blanchfield up and about early in this game as another shot goes up from that occasion. Hamilton. Blanchfield starting well with the 5 points. Pass out wide. Here he is again, shooting away. That one a little short in his 17th season, Todd Blanchfield. Of course, last year, he hasn't lost it, has he? Last year, he hit the 8 threes against Southeast. As we have a look at the Amy replay, and Todd Blanchfield, a shining light for the Hawks.
So quick. The feet are set. The release is automatic. And he played a huge role in that championship series last year, Brad, with some timely and streaky three-point shooting.
Absolutely, especially in that semi-finals against Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. He was unstoppable in that game 3, so something they're definitely for as Dan Greeder checks in, but also 4 new players for Tasmania. Coaches getting everyone in and out.
He's the big man under the basket again. That one doesn't go. It's good defense by Williamson. Looking forward to seeing him and some more minutes from him. Got a taste of him in the game against Perth. Didn't play in the first one against Melbourne United. Marshall was a bit of a live wire last week as well. So Hamilton taking on 2, works his way inside the key. Out for 3. Doesn't go. Deng did really well. And he'll get a couple of shots for his hard work.
And this is one of the strengths I like about Tasmania. You look at the players they've brought on. They're deep. They know what their role is. Benair, I'm happy with that shot. He tore up the NBL South to be able to play down there and what he did for them. And then you look at the players there. And Deng, I mean, Derek, we've been saying this for years. What an outstanding player he is.
Yeah, one of the signs of a good coach is getting everybody to play the right way.
Have a look at this, though. The NBA is coming to Melbourne. We're looking forward to it. The NBA versus the NBL Melbourne series. Don't miss your chance to grab your tickets. A few available, but not many, D-Ruck. So you've got to get involved for the first time in Australian history. Catch all the action from the 2nd to the 5th of October through Ticket Tech. Make sure you get involved. That's awesome to see. Some real talented players coming down under as we watch some more talented players here. Tassie have got a 4-point lead. Here's Greeter, Blanchfield, McLaughlin slipped through his hands. Bales will pass to McGee, so Williamson with the challenge now. And McGee did that too easy. Just too big, too strong. Slid his way towards the hoop.
Well, this matchup is a concern. Williamson just not experienced enough and perhaps doesn't have the size to be able to go with McGee.
Deng from outside. Rattle around. Stolen out of the hands, though, of the Hawks. JackJumpers keep it alive. 17-15. Benair into the keyway he goes. The floater doesn't go. He'll get the rebound. He's stolen out of McGee's hands. Little assist to Deng for 2.
Well, one of the problems you got when you've got a defender and a rebounder like JaVale McGee is you just expect him to get every one, but they can't leave it just to him. Everyone has to put someone on a body and don't give up offensive rebounds, which really hurts you. And right now, that's 6 for Tasmania in this quarter.
Here's the slipping there for Marshall. So he's got his first foul. McLaughlin been proactive. Hamilton will have a rest for Tasmania as they hold a 4-point advantage.
Dan, just come in the backcourt for me. Can we reset, please? Thank you. Come in the backcourt. Yeah, in the backcourt. Yeah, go straight in.
There'll be a 24-second shot clock. Screeder will bring it back into play. Once again, another pass inside.
Go to work.
McGee again! Bang! There you go, Hawks fans!
Well, he hit him with the too small, Lockie, and I've said it many times, I'm not a fan of the too small. It doesn't mean he's wrong, though.
Good defense, McGee again! Hold on to your hats! He's rattled the ring twice in a row and brought this venue back to life.
Wow, look at this down low. He just one-handed throws it down, JaVale McGee, and says to everyone in Wollongong, welcome to the sandpit, Derek Rucker.
Still maintains an excellent level of athleticism. The big fella having a day here at the sandpit. Got Illawarra back in the game, 19-all.
Oh, we've got another 20 games left of this guy. It's
He's
brilliant.
got 10 points to his name already. We've gone 9 minutes. Williamson stays on the court, still no Magnate. 19 plays 19. Under a minute to go in the first term. Air looking for the pass off Deng down the other end. Good defense by the Hawks. A reset now, 7 on the shot clock. Air, courageous stuff. He took on McGee and he floated one over the top.
Majok Deng wanted to catch a legitimate NBA body. Was deflected at the rim by McGee. Great action here to end this first quarter.
Here's Bales. Looking for the screens. To McGee. Pass inside. Superb vision too. Peatling with the 2. If we're thinking a 37-year-old might struggle in the NBL, it ain't going to be the case, D-Ruck.
Well, I think it's a team that is used to playing with the big, although not as big physically in Sam Froling, but pretty much I think their tempo is similar. So it isn't a huge adjustment to how Justin Tatum wants to play offensive basketball.
You can give a foul here if you're Illawarra. You're not in the bonus. It's a good time to stop the clock.
Bales leans in. Benair, good play. Shot doesn't go. And a little miss in the ends from Stoddart. Good start to the game though. We're all tied up. 21 plays 21 inside the gong.
You're watching the Hungry Jacks NBL. It is quarter time here in Wollongong with scores locked at 21 apiece. This is the first Hawks game of the season, the first time we're seeing their new look team, including three-time NBA champion JaVale McGee, having a huge impact out there early. He's hitting the JackJumpers with the two small, flexing on them, guys. He is keeping Tassie on their toes.
He certainly is, Joe. He's got 10 points to his name, couple of rebounds. He's got an assist. He's looking good. It's been very entertaining. Magnay comes back on the court, though, to try and quieten him down. Might be hard, though, as he faces up against him and slots a little jump up. So got some outside work as well.
It's going to be significantly harder, Lockie, if he can knock down the mid-range jumper off of a face-up. And I thought Magnay played it smart right there. Played the percentages, but lost in that little contest.
Here's Campbell. Oh. A lot of body contact there, but it doesn't matter. 2 points, so and he gives a little too small as well.
Well, I'm not sure that's accurate.
That did not impress Derry.
Oh, and he just bumped straight into Magnay. And the 2 points will count.
Wow, 14 points, 7 of 8 from the field to go with an assist, couple of rebounds. He is making an impact.
Well, the question is, how do they slow him down, or can they? Have they got the bodies to do it? Campbell looks to Den, who decided to post up. Some hands in there from Breeder. Will be called for the foul. What are your thoughts?
Well, that's a good question, Lockie. And when you're dealing with a man of that size and experience, Brad, I think you got to try and wear him out on the defensive end. Make him get in some situations where he has to make good decisions, perhaps try and get him in foul trouble, or at least make him work harder on the defensive end so he doesn't have enough petrol on the offensive end.
Yeah, pace, I agree with you. But you've got to give also credit to Coach Tatum, because if you look at Tasmania, when they bring the ball over half court, they're up and in. So really, it's not giving Tasmania a lot of time, and it's slowing their offense down, which is actually giving JaVale time on the defense to be able to get some breath as well. So I feel Tasmania need to up that energy a little bit as well and try and match it, but pace is the answer.
And make the most of it when he sits down for a rest as well.
Yeah.
Here's McVie again, or McGee, in fact. And he just grabs hold of his leg, but he's okay.
Wipe the floor, please.
Lots of talk going on there.
Well, again, we see Illawarra, they're just up and in, Derek, and this you know, was a statement they made last year. It was a key to their success, but they just keep putting pressure, and you got 12 and 13 seconds where Tasmania get to play instead of more, and there's a great back cut.
Fantastic pass from Magnay.
One thing about the NBL, the big men in this competition are exceptionally good passers of the basketball.
The hands in there from Magnay. Really forced the turnover. McLaughlin, quick pass, Peatling into the corner. Wani drops in.
Wakala Bullock shot it at over 40% from the three last season. One of the premier 3-and-D guys in the NBL.
Here's Marshall looking inside too. They need this man to continue to fire. Needs to go to Marshall. As I said, last week he provided a lot of energy off the bench, and he's doing exactly that to get us underway here in the second term. We're all tied up again.
Lovely touch off of a tough angle. Kiss that thing off the glass.
So McLaughlin will set the play. And the call will be on Marshall off the ball.
And right from the outset, Brad, there's been tremendous pressure applied by Tasmania on Tyler Harvey away from the basketball. Harvey 1 of 5 at the moment, hasn't found his range. Made a couple of nice moves on penetration, but wasn't able to finish. Let's see if that success can continue by Tasmania.
Yeah, they're going to need him, but what a beautiful sight there it is. Harry Froling steps on, and one of his best mates in Magnay just gives him a high five and said, great to see you on the court.
Will actually said that they lived together during COVID for about 6 months. Grew up with Harry, so it'll be a good battle, these two.
Black 31, hold.
And Harry's been called for an early foul. So good to see him back on the court, isn't it? It's been a long wait for him. It was January 2023 when he last played, so well done to Harry and everyone involved in getting him back on the court, and we just hope it's up and up from here for the big man. We're all tied up again. McGee did sit down before and he looked exhausted, Derek, so he might rest up for a long time as Froling will gather the boards.
It looks like they're playing him in 4-minute stints as...
Welcome back, Harry! Big three in his comeback game.
Writes his own script. He's knocked it down his whole career. It's not a shock, but that would make him feel great, and good to see it fall through.
Always been an outstanding three-point shooter.
Made to work defensively on that occasion. McLaughlin up, trying to haul in the boards. Hamilton just off a touch in this game. Just got the 2 points to his name, 1 of 5 from the field as McLaughlin shoots away. Getting the crumbs is Campbell. Good pass off to Drimmick, feeding it inside. Magnay will be fouled. Swakala Bullock called for that one.
Tasmania are one of the better teams in the competition with opportunistic fast break. As we look at the Amy replay, Harvey comes down, and this is Froling's bread and butter. Trail threes, he's great in that area. He's a good passer. He handles the ball well, and don't be surprised if you see him in that situation a lot this season in Illawarra's transition offense.
That's a frightening thing, though, for the league, isn't it? When Harry gets his touch back, you got McGee and Harry. Harry coming off the bench for McGee. There's 2 big bodies that are going to rattle some bones out there.
And add Jonah Bolden to that as well when he comes back.
We've got a few absent here, the Hawks, as Harry Froling and Drimmick have a bit of a tussle at the end of the court. That's a 2-point margin, the Hawks.
Well, Drimmick is looking for these types of scuffles when he comes to the arena. That's what he's about. It's in his DNA.
The arena or every arena? It's part of his game, and it's good. Oh, good
Peatling's pass is terrific. That was a wonderful play from the Hawks.
Again, I mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. Brad, the bigs in this competition do a great job of passing the basketball. Peatling, smart, looks like he's gonna shoot it. And Harvey gets one that he really needed. Peatling is so valuable. There are certain guys in the competition that are winning players. And Mason Peatling, since he was injected into that starting lineup last season, he's been nothing but a positive for the Hawks.
Good little run here for the Hawks. They've stretched it out to 5 points. McGee leading the way with 14, then a good spread of scorers. Several on 5, including Blanchfield, Swakala-Bullock and Harvey. As Bannon finds some space through the key and rams it into the hoop.
Well, that's on Peatling. You can't be jumping at that. I know Bannon can knock the 3 down, but not enough where you jump and then he just takes one dribble and straight down the middle.
Well, they won't go on that occasion from Peatling. Hamilton keen to go from one end of the court to the other. Little pass was good. Primick, Magnay, Campbell now. They leave him open a touch from outside 3. He wasn't tempted on that occasion. And Magnay, good strong play towards the hoop. So a good response here from Tasmania. They were under the heats in the last couple of minutes, but now it's just a 1-point ball game. We might listen to Tassie in just a few moments' time. Tangerine timeouts. And of course, as we wait to go in there, your thoughts very quickly, D-Ruck.
Well, it's a tough one. It's very tight. And when Illawarra seemingly get a little bit of momentum, Tasmania, as we know they can do, bounce back with either stops or timely buckets. A very compelling contest here in Wollongong.
They might head in now. Here's
We run
Scotty
5 side. Mags has got it. Bannon. And Bryce moving. This corner guy. Turkish cut early. And drift quickly. So we open this nail up. All right? Jab him, come back off there, you all right? Yep, don't get an offensive foul. If they top block you, split the 2. We'll come back and hand it back to Bannon. Yep, stay solid here, 4 or 5 good minutes here. Together, 1, 2, 3 together.
5.5 to go before half-time. Did you know that there's only ever been 2 Bryces that have played in the NBL?
Wow.
2 Bryces.
They're both not too bad either, they're Lockie.
Pretty good players.
Yeah.
So Bryce Cotton, of course. Bryce had 37 points in his first 2 games. Pretty average when you compare it to Bryce Hamilton, who had 50-odd. But then Bryce went on to score 60 after his first 3.
Wow.
So, yeah, so 2 Bryces. I didn't know that until did a little bit of study. I think on the plane, when it's a 3-hour trip from Perth, you've got to do something on the plane.
3 hour, what were you on, a G5?
No, I was on the Concorde, private jet, mate.
Okay.
McGee again. A little bit of space, lobs it up. Magnay did well just to stop it from scoring. Here's Drimick to Magnay. Now to Campbell again. Tiger looks inside. Down to the post he goes. Bannon, he'll like the matchup. He'll wait for the double team though. The spin move, he lost possession though. Out of control a touch. Bales from one end of the court to the other. Very confident, and he'll draw a foul.
33, White, hit.
This goes on Bannon.
Up here. Okay, 2 shots. Let's go, Josh. 2 shots,
And there's the man, Anthony Mundine, in the house, rubbing his hands together. He'd be liking this battle. This is exactly what he sort of likes, just an arm wrestle. 34-33.
Well, his son actually plays in the NBL1 Comets team, and he plays with Bawali. So there's a bit of a relationship there, and they're great mates. And I know Chock, who I had a bit to do with growing up, there he is there on our right, but at Chock's left, that's who played. His name's Anthony Mundine Jr., and he, as I said, he played. And Dave O'Hickey was in that team with him as well. So there's a few little Sydney Comets boys running around here and loving it.
Absolutely. The rookie round, of course, we're giving you a lucky fan a chance to win $1,000 of cash. Simply scan the QR code that is on the screen, enter your details and go into the draw. $1,000 of cash. We look after you in the NBL.
Well,
got NBA
Anthony Driven
games.
didn't look after that basketball. Went right through his hands, out of bounds, turnover to Tasmania.
A turnover here. The pressure was good. On the break, Bannon again. Up against Harvey.
Oh.
Block! You can see him coming. And McGee has a big smile on his face.
And Brad, you mentioned that. That's where he can be a primary problem, as Bannon went to the spin move, and you just got to be quicker than that with your decision making.
That's what you
the
call
cavalry's coming.
the volleyball swipe.
2 block shots now for McGee.
What an entrance to the NBL for the big man. 3-time NBA champion, feeding inside. Magnay responds at the other ends.
Well, there's that Bryce, just beautiful, so smooth. It looked, you know, Derek, you know a player is good when it looks like he has more time than anyone else, and that's what this man has.
And he's got 2 assists in the game, but he's done a great job of creating shot opportunities for his teammates.
That pass is a loose one, and on the break too. Getting in the way was Tiger Campbell, and the 2 points will count with a foul as well. So Hamilton now getting some points and maybe some confidence going to the line.
Absolutely, don't underestimate that. He had a number of options as he got that stop. He could have kicked it forward, he could have kicked it to Bannon, but he just waited for the defense to see how they were going to collapse on it, and they didn't. So he did everything exactly right. That man, Tyler Harvey, he is angry at himself because that's 2 poor turnovers from him in the last 2 possessions.
Yeah, and in that transition play, Brad, you got to stop the ball, in particular when it's in the hands of the best player on the opposition team. So you want to take his options away from him, make him make a pass, make someone else make a play.
Yep.
So the man's been averaging 25 points per game in his 2 games. That was the first time he's been to the foul line in his 2 games, 2.5 now to date. So
that's even more impressive. 50 without going to the
50 without going to the foul line is nice. As McLaughlin's pass was just deflected.
Well, he's off to a slow start, McLaughlin. 0 of 3 from the 4.
Derek, this is something I was worried that by not having a Trey Kell, I'm more worried for Tyler Harvey with not having that backcourt partner. And you see Tyler's numbers at the moment, not like it used to be as McGee with a hook shot, but he misses that. But it just feels like it's not in the sync at the moment for Jacory.
That's a valid concern because Trey Kell usually had the best defender on him, and that freed things up for Tyler Harvey.
Absolutely. And Trey Kell loved the big moments, didn't he? As Campbell down the other end works his way to the edge of the key and slides it a little jumper. So a couple more points for him. As Derek Rucker said, he needed to get a wriggle on in terms of scoring, doing all the right things with the ball in hands, but the shooting hasn't been so flash. As it's 40-35. This has been a great response from Tasmania. McGee had the fans up and about, and then the hands good on that occasion. Swakala down the other end with the left hand, lays it in. Trims the margin just a touch, back to 3.
Untimely turnover as Hamilton was trying to get to the paint. Nice finish here by Swakala Bullock. Big turnover and conversion into 2 points by the Hawks.
Well, let's check in on, during this Tangerine timeout, on JaVale McGee. Of course, he started this game with 14 points, 3 rebounds. Here he is, pre-game.
JaVale, this is your first NBL game, obviously. What's the experience with the team been like so far in practice and obviously in Singapore as well?
It's been amazing. Here in Wollongong, it's so beautiful. The beaches are beautiful, people are beautiful, it's fire.
Has anything surprised you about Aussie basketball from your experience so far?
Just the competition is good, and the effort is amazing, and I'm just really excited about meeting these new fans.
Great to have him on board, a 2020 gold medalist too at the Olympics. So he's got a beautiful resume, hasn't he?
And I like how he points out the effort that's required to win basketball games in the NBL. And I think that often strikes people who aren't familiar with the NBL. When they come over here to play, they don't understand how hard it is just to win a simple basketball game.
I mean, this guy's got it all. I mean, his mum is a Hall of Famer, right? And actually played with Cheryl Miller. So, like, you know, this guy, and he's a record producer. I mean, there's just everything about him. And add to that, Derek, he's a vegan. Did you know that?
I did not, Brad. Thank you for that info. You've been doing some research.
I have, and I'm just pumped to have him in Illawarra. I think he's such a great thing for this league, and we thought he was going to be great. But 14 at half, yeah, this is fantastic.
Closing in on half-time here in Wollongong. Here's Bryce Hamilton to Bannon. Had a lot of touches. Now to Deng. Put it on the floor in the corner air. That one's a little wide. McGee with the rebounds. McLaughlin now will hand it back to him. The strong man is there, the presence again. Might need a double team. Deng's not going to be able to hold him off, although he's done a pretty good job. He will be called for a foul, but he did okay on that occasion, Deng. He slowed him down and didn't make it easy for him.
Two guys, two.
And McGee stepping away all the way back to half court before he shoots these free throws. Trying to buy himself some time to get that blood rate down, Brad. Settle it down so he can shoot these free throws effectively.
A few little extra breaths and then a shot.
I always find it amazing with guys, and you can see, like, look at, you know, his wingspan is absolutely outrageous, and you see that it looks like a tennis ball in his hand, and it's, you know, you try and shoot a tennis ball, it's really hard, but he's got really nice touch.
And that's a nice stroke from the free throw line as he knocks down his first 2 free throws of the game. He's got 16 now, Lockie.
7'6" is his wingspan.
Yeah.
2.3 metres.
Here's Ben Air on this occasion. Can't make it go. Blanchfield working hard. McGee puts it on the floor. And slips over. He got a little bit of body contact before he slipped. But it was okay, according to the referee, who was all over it.
Tough break there.
Yeah, he was going to lay that up with that very big wingspan.
He was licking his lips when he saw Campbell.
Oh, he actually stepped on Majuk Deng's foot, so he's very fortunate.
Oh, yeah, that he didn't
come out of that okay.
So 1 point the margin, 2 remaining in this first half.
Big couple of minutes here for both teams. You don't want to go in that 10-12 down. But on the other side, you want to go in with momentum.
So a foul there, and they'll come down the other end of the court in the bonus.
Not a good foul. They're struggling to score.
Foul,
yeah, you don't want to be giving them free throws here. And Ben Air, who hasn't shot the ball outstanding this season yet, 1 of 5 from the field tonight. You just don't want to be able to give him free throws.
Make sure you dine with NBA royalty at the Louisiana Luncheon. Enjoy a 2-course meal and beverages during a fireside chat with 2-time NBA champion Ray Allen. Love Ray Allen. Andrew Gaze will be there, and Michelle Timms. Every ticket includes premium seats to the Pelicans and Phoenix game. Scan the QR code to lock in the ultimate NBA and NBL Melbourne Series experience as Lachlan can't make it go,
How
so he'll
cool
go
is
to the
that?
line.
Think of the last 18 months, 12 months type thing, what players we've had come down here.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Ray Allen, we had Carmelo Anthony out. You're like, just
Scottie
the
Pippen
quality.
pops in.
Yeah, just pops in a
Just
couple of
pops in.
times, says g'day. Just the quality of our league to be able to draw the attention. I saw, you know, we've got the Pelicans coming this week and Zion coming out and saying can't wait to play. Like, who would have thought? It's just amazing.
So we're all tied up again. This is a real arm wrestle as Drimic wants a piece of the action again.
Just out of curiosity, Derek, did you have JaVale in your top 15?
No, I did not,
Right,
Brad.
yeah, I didn't think
And
so. Yeah.
I made a rule this season that unless I saw the player get out on the floor a little bit before I did the list, I was significantly discounting him. But McGee is certainly playing at a very high level in this one.
Here's Hamilton round the screen. He goes.
Nice.
Swish it goes. When can you change your 15? Can you adapt it? What, 4 weeks in? 6 weeks in?
I think he changed it tonight, Lockie.
When do we look out for the post, Ruck? Here's McGee again. Oh, the spin move and the one-hand jam now.
Actually, he changed it at half-time.
The size.
Unbelievable.
And the ability to move his feet and get to the bucket. 18 points now on 8 of 11 shooting. My.
Bannon into the corner. Drimic to Campbell. Passes to the corner. Drimic did really well.
Wow.
And slotted the 3. He's had a good start to his game. He's up to 9 points as well.
I'm going straight back to McGee. He is unstoppable in that post. Brings some shots, get Tyler there, but then go inside.
There's Tyler Harvey. He finished off in the end. by Tyler. So under a minute to go now. 2 points to margin. It's been a beauty so far. We saw the championship banner hoisted into the rafters. Tasmania, though, wanting to spoil the party. Hamilton could be the man to do it. Bannon receives a nice little assist.
Good defender on him, Dan Breida, playing with a lot of energy and effort, and Bryce Hamilton just toying with him as he sets up Bannon for an easy bucket underneath the hoop.
So real spread of scorers for the leaders so far in the JackJumpers. We've got 9 to Drimic, a couple of 8s there in Bryce Hamilton and also Josh Bannon. As we just look at all the highlights, there he is, Bryce, just through the legs.
Unbelievable. This guy, he's got 8 points at the moment, playing absolutely brilliant. Couple of assists, but that pass there, as I said, Derek just has so much time. The game slows down for him, and that's what all champions do.
Well, he's got the hostage dribble. He snakes. He does a great job of beating his defender at the point of attack. And then because of his athleticism, his skill set, and his basketball smarts, he's a really tough cover at that point.
So they changed things up a bit, didn't they? When Magnay went off in the first quarter, Williamson came on and struggled, obviously. He's a youngster learning the game, and McGee just licked his lips and said, I'm taking you on. This time around, they've just gone a little smaller, so Bannon's out there, Deng's out there, so it's a smaller lineup. Still, you know, 4 points to lead, but seems to work on this occasion.
Yeah, it's a challenge, isn't it? I mean, we saw what happened last year in New Zealand when you have that big impact 7-foot ex-player, how you've got to change from when they're on the court to when they're not on the court. Now, you look at someone who's like JaVale, who has obviously a lot more mobility than what we've seen before, but just to be able to play the way he is, just, I mean, look at, he's standing next to Magnay there, and it's nearly a head tall. Yeah. It is a massive difference.
And he looks to have come in good nick as well.
Very much so.
So here we go. Ticking down to half-time. Hawks can trim the margin. It's in the hands of the main man. Decides to pass it off. Blanchfield shoots away. Can't make it go. McGee throws it up in the air and not happy with himself. It's a 4-point margin here at Wollongong. 49-45 is the score, and McGee is leading the way with 18 points, and he's also got the 6 rebounds and 1 assist to his name. The rest, it's pretty even. Tyler Harvey has the 7. One is Swakala Bullock has 7, and here's Joe with Bryce Hamilton.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I got Bryce with me. Bryce, a tough first half. You guys are up by 4, making some good adjustments at the defensive end. How does it feel for you?
It feels good. You know, this is a very good team. They're obviously the defending champions. We know it's going to be a tough game for us, so we just got to continue to execute on both ends of the floor.
What about your performance personally? It looked like you really started to find your rhythm in that second quarter.
You know, they got a good game plan going on right now. Just got to adjust to the game.
All right, good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
Well, it has been an entertaining first half here at the Wynn Entertainment Centre. Thankfully, we've still got plenty more to come. Brad and Derek will join me after the break. We'll break it all down.
I'm super excited. I was like, man, are you serious? This is a big name guy. His people reached out to us, and we was like, yeah, no brainer.
And he goes up and dunks it right on top of Sharp. Feels like we're looking at a different JaVale McGee.
I think JaVale has shown interest because he was playing against guys from the NBL in Puerto Rico, and I'm sure they all had some type of talk about how good the NBL is. Me having a 3-time NBA, 1-time gold medalist, and a 16, 17 plus NBA veteran on your team who's still really good, and at the piece that we need, until Sam gets back, it's just a blessing. I think that just keeps us right in the content with the top 4 teams in the league.
Yeah, welcome back, Justin Tatum. Speaking about that man there on the screen, it absolutely was a no-brainer, especially from what we've seen of him in the first half. 18 points for JaVale McGee. Brad Rosen and Derek Crocker alongside me. Guys, he is an absolute ball of fun out there.
Yeah, look, I think we expected him to make an impact, but I don't know if we expected this much. I mean, to be able to see what he did, I thought on the defensive end, everything I thought we got, but on the offensive end, it's just been better. His passing is not a shock. He played for the Golden State Warriors, where you have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. You know how to pass the basketball, but offensively, he's been amazing.
He has, and I like the rim protection he's also provided. The only problem, Brad, is I think Illawarra's offense may be too focused around JaVale McGee at the moment. Some other guys need to get a little bit more involved so that they have the proper balance to win this basketball game.
Obviously, this is just their first game of the season. Give them a minute to work their way into it. Let's have a look at the first half, the stats though. What are you seeing here with these numbers?
Well, it's actually very close, like the score says as well. We've had a look, there's 20 lead changes. The points in the paint are similar. But I think what it comes down to, I just think Tasmania settling for the 3 a little bit. 5 of 18 is a little bit too much, but that's also what McGee makes with that big presence inside, Derek.
Well, we know Scott Roth is a master tactician. He'll have his team in there right now going through defensive measures to contain JaVale McGee and try and keep that point total below 85 in total, Brad. I think that is the threshold to win this basketball game for Tasmania.
Taking a look at the Hungry Jacks halftime highlights here. Obviously, JaVale McGee, that is a surprise to absolutely no one that we are highlighting him. However, they are still losing by 4 points. What is Justin Tatum speaking to them about in the locker room right now?
Well, I think the main thing is you got to make sure that you play at both ends all the time. There was a couple of silly fouls. I mean, McGee, he had 7 shots at one stage, and I think it was 4 dunks. But, I mean, on the defensive end, they've given up some easy baskets, and Hamilton has been able to have his way when he gets in. And as you've said, Derek, and we've spoken about, he has so much time, Hamilton, and he's really been able to do a good job.
Well, that is not JaVale McGee, but if we look at the Blackmore stats, he's got 18 points on a very good shooting clip. But look, I think Illawarra need to figure out a way to get better offensive continuity, and then that will help the team overall.
We have a very special guest with us at the moment, Sam Froling. Sam, thanks for joining us on the coverage. How is the Achilles and all your recovery going at the moment?
Yeah, really good. It's come along pretty well. Started running last week, so we're getting there. Not super fast just yet, but it's just good to be moving.
Well, it's great to have you here and making me look 3'1", so I really appreciate that. But can I ask what it's like to have your brother Harry? Obviously, over the last few seasons, we know the situation. He comes out tonight, knocks the 3 down. How proud of you or your brother?
That was awesome. Just the work he's done to get back here and to see him check in for the first time, and then, you know, like he never left, just hit that 3. Me and JK had a cool little moment on the sideline where we got pretty happy and dapped each other up. He's having him back's been real special.
There is the vision there. It's such an amazing story. Talk to us about the impact that he's obviously having on the team. He's a great player, but he's a great team guy. You're also sort of taking on a bit of a mentor role as well this season. Just talk us through that.
He's been awesome. He's so high energy. He's a lot of fun. He's loud. He comes in the arena with a smile on his face every day. So he's great to have in the group, and I guess everyone here already knew him too, so he's just slotted right back in like he never left.
What did JT have to say at halftime to try and get you guys back into this basketball game?
I mean, defensively, it's just, you know, we're defending well for 20 seconds, and then it's that last little bit at the end. No rebounds, the rotations, that stuff. We got to clean that up. And Tassie's a disciplined team. They play that full 24 seconds. They wait for those opportunities. So we need to do the same defensively to stop that, and offensively we're having no problem.
This year is very different to last year with the way you've played on both ends of the floor. A lot of players have moved on. Are we going to see the same Illawarra Hawks, or do you see it slightly different?
I mean, it's a different play style for sure. JaVale's a different style than what we're used to. You know, he slows it down a bit, but as you've seen tonight, he's so talented and the stuff he can do. And yeah, we're trying to emulate as much as we could as last year, but it's different personnel and we're still working it out, but we're getting there.
All right, Sam, thanks so much for joining us. We're out of time, unfortunately. Hopefully we can get you back on during half times and whatnot for the coverage throughout the season. It is half time here, though, at the Wynn Entertainment Centre. The Hawks trailing by a 4. We'll be back with the second half after the break.
Wollongong is the place to be on a Saturday night. This is the Hungry Jacks rookie round, and it is the Tasmanian JackJumpers leading 49-45. That man has been solid so far, 8 points, but you just get the feeling he might start taking over in the second half. He was brilliant against the Perth Wildcats. He was a one-man show in Perth last week, and you just get the feeling that there's a lot of confidence about him, and a good confidence.
Well, he plays with great control, Lockie, and he's done a terrific job of finding opportunities for himself and his teammates without being brilliant yet.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant in Perth, and you know, those 9 points in the fourth quarter, like you said, he started a bit slow here, but he certainly knows when the right time to turn it on is.
So we're underway again, the second half. Tiger Campbell with ball in hand, top of the key he goes, taking on McLaughlin, and just sends one up off the glass. Beatling does well to haul it in. Lachlan again sees a little opening, wants to feed it inside again. McGee.
And gravity exists in many different forms on a basketball court. The ability to pull defenders near, and McGee has it in terms of his threat at the rim. Normally we talk about it in three-point perspective as Magne makes a nice little left-handed flip shot. But McGee at the rim is going to be extremely problematic for other teams throughout NBL 26.
So McGee running the show at the moment, saying take it inside. He's headed off to play defense, thinking he was going to shoot. Lachlan again, wanting to pass. That time he does, and finished off the play. McGee, he's chalking up the points. He's got 22 to his name. Still 2 points to margin. Hamilton to Bannon. Now Tiger with it to Magne. He was confident after the last little bit to play. Elbow in the chest. You've seen McGee a little sore as McLaughlin does what he needs to do. Drives to the basket and puts in the two.
Well, that's the Illawarra DNA. Get the stop and run, and that was perfect from McLaughlin to be able to get on the rim and get a layup.
Good first 2 minutes by the Hawks, and defensively they're up and about at the moment. Got a trailer, but decides to shoot in Harvey. Lots of holding of the singlet by Hamilton. Still a Hawks ball though. Oh, that was a massive elbow to the chest of Tiger Campbell.
Now Peatland is shaking his head as if Campbell sold this excessively.
Here we go on the Amy replay.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that didn't look like much on that, or a little bit there on the left, but the worst thing is Tyler Harvey knocked the three down. That's what he'll be upset about. Would you call that, Derek?
Yeah, I think
just on the left there?
Yeah, it was an illegal screen. He was moving.
Yeah, just a little knockdown. Nice crossover. Ooh. Hamilton, smooth as you like.
And that is an elite defender. He just shook with a quick crossover, and he's smiling and looking at Swakala Bullock.
He's giggling, isn't he? McGee again against Bannon. Peatling back to McGee. Now he goes to work. Falling away, off balance, does not matter.
Well, this guy could kick it in tonight. He's having that much fun out there. He is doing phenomenal.
So he's got 24 to his name. Tiger Campbell out to Drimmick. This must go down. Just to give him a little bit of momentum, doesn't though. Another screen set.
Come on, Tiger! Work, Tiger!
Here's Peatling from outside. A little firm. Magne takes in the board. Tiger spurred on by Scott Roth at the defensive end. This is Magne to Hamilton. Likes to come off this screen. One, he did well to slow him down. Into the corner it goes. Bannon. That's nice.
Much needed by Josh Bannon. Hasn't been off to a good start shooting the basketball after a very impressive NBL blitz.
Here's another pass. Magne read it really well, but Drimmick just couldn't grab hold of it. So McGee will sit down, 24 points. So he's got 24. He played, how many minutes did he play, Ruck? He played 14 in the first half, so he's played another, well, 3 and a bit. So when he plays 36, 37 minutes, what's his score going to be?
A lot. Yeah, you're not wrong. But look, here's the interesting one now. Now you go to Harvey, and he's just hit a three. McGee's out of the game. Let him go to work here. Let him play a little bit. Yeah, here comes the floater. Oh, nice
good block from Dang.
Oh, good call. Came off of Harvey's arm as he was falling out of bounds. Great block by Majuk Dang.
So JackJumpers continue to be a really good team. I mean, you look at this squad, they've got a couple of injuries, so too have the Hawks, but it's a new look lineup, 7 new faces as Tiger roars through the top of the key and scores a 2. Fails to Peatling. Scott Roth all over Tiger Campbell and Froling on the ground, getting a little aggressive.
Scott Ross quite explicit with his instructions to Tyler Campbell on the defensive end. He's told him just to stop sliding along with the ball handler and pressure him.
Here's the Amy replay. He got the hands in on that occasion, and then Big Haz dives on it, got a little aggressive.
Well, Lockie,
if
we learned anything from last night's Brisbane Cairns game, it's when the ball is on the floor like that and the player is down, just do anything you want.
Jump
and go
kick,
after the ball.
Whatever you want, nothing's calling.
Wow.
So Harvey, 11 on the shot clock, sees it opening.
Yeah, that's all right.
Doesn't
I like what he's doing.
He gets it back though. The tap in didn't go for Froling, but Tyler Harvey completes the play. Pass is good to Deng. Campbell, great offense, great passing, deserved the score.
And that bucket was made by Bryce Hamilton's early probing push in transition to change the shape of the Hawks defense.
This game's really stepping up. It's a high score at the moment, 62-55. Plenty going on. So that shot misses. Bannon did well up against the bigger body. Now they're on the break. Deng.
I think a score here and you need a timeout. This has been a good run by Tasmania here. They'll get him in the half-court set, play it smart. They can get anything they want.
Got it out to 7 at the moment. Hamilton, dangerous. Greeter fended off. Bannon put it on the floor. Tiger must hit this. Doesn't go. Comes back into the hands of Hamilton. They'll get another 14. Hamilton, though, might not chew it up because he attacks the rack and draws the foul.
Josh Bannon holding his left wrist. Not a good sign for the JackJumpers. And speaking of left, Hamilton continues to get to his left hand. Greeter makes a mistake early out near half court and exposing the left-hand drive to Hamilton. And there's some concern for Bannon.
Yeah, it's his shooting hand as well. It's his left, and he is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he's just told the bench, I need one.
One shot.
Magnay will step in here.
So this margin's out to 8 at the moment. And now we might just see Bannon come out before the next shot. So we'll keep an eye on that. Joe will be all over it on the sidelines. Hopefully it's nothing too major, but he's in a lot of pain.
One shot.
Heading out the back he goes too, so needing some serious medical attention as Hamilton drops in another point. Under 5 to go, good steal. Bryce is up and about. Will he shoot for 3? No. It was a travel in the ends. The pressure came from behind, he wasn't aware. And he hesitated. Good defense from the Hawks.
A good hustle from Bales to track Hamilton down and just trouble him enough to force an up and down, as they used to call it, Brad.
Here's McLaughlin, he'll just in the end draw the foul. Well, it's a 9-point margin at the moment, but as we saw in the last game, doesn't matter the margin because what was, I think New Zealand are up by 13 or so, and then in the end it was a 11-point win to Perth, so
but
big turnaround.
Tasmania have to play smart here. You look at the scorers so far for Illawarra. You got JaVale McGee for 24. The next best is Tyler Harvey, who is 4 of 12 and has 9. Both of them are not even on the court. Then you go down to 7 for Wani. He's not even on the court. So the situation is you want to tighten this up, give them nothing inside, and let them launch, and then you can go.
So see the New Orleans Pelicans hit the court for their first ever Australian Open training. Watch NBA stars up close and hear from two-time NBA champion Ray Allen in a special Q&A. Tickets from just $10. Scan the QR code, nbl.com.au/NBA. Excited. They're coming to town. And it's going to be a big weekend of basketball here in Australia as Campbell finds his way along the baseline. Loose pass, though. And Bales has it. Blanchfield. Froling looking to hand it off to someone. Pressure is good from Marshall. Got to be careful not to foul. Froling gets it back and offensive foul.
Wow, he's called a kick out.
Offensive foul.
So we'll see that, I'm sure, on the replay. Fans not happy. Here we go on the Amy replay. A little pass. did just put that front foot forward a touch to draw the contact.
Good call there, Brad. Oh, you thought he was landing naturally like that?
Yeah, no, you're right. That right foot coming out.
Just shuffled
but
forward a
But I
touch.
felt Magnay coming forward made the contact.
So a long shot goes from Marshall. Back into the hands of Hamilton. They've been up to all challenges so far, the JackJumpers. Hamilton again. One is going to rattle around. He's holding on, going down underneath the hoop. They're tangled up, the good mates. Will's having a go back at Harry. Two good buddies. Doesn't matter on the basketball court, though. That shot is short. McLaughlin with the rebounds. A bit of spice in the game. We love it. Blanchfield shooting away. McLaughlin been really good. Ball is loose. Marshall on the grounds.
Wow,
hoping
good
to
job.
get a pass away. Did really well. Hamilton against Blanchfield. Good defense at the end by the veteran. It'll still be a Tassie ball.
Well, this is what it means to both teams. They're diving on the floor. They're playing every possession. The Jackies are trying to get that 12, 14, 16-point lead, but Illawarra throwing everything at them.
McGee back into the game for the Hawks.
Illawarra have picked up their defense in the last few possessions, showing more urgency and desperation, scrapping.
Important stage of the game, this one, for the Hawks. Filled the championship banner. They want to keep these fans happy. And a win would do that. Here's Ben Air. Trailed by Harvey. Now he's stuck. He's got to work his way through the key. Ding. A little bit of hands on that as Magnay gets blocked. You don't see that much. As Harvey down the other end. Under pressure, scores the two. Tyler's got all the tricks. Here's the Amy replay for Harvey. Round the back, through the legs, into the key, through the contact, and the two off the glass.
Well, outstanding coaching from Tatum to be able to get McGee, who got the block there, and Tyler Harvey back into the game. He saw they were struggling to score, and whilst he may have wanted to sit them a little bit more, no, get the game breakers back. And Tyler Harvey, as he always does in this venue, he delivered.
Bringing the energy now. Pressure back on the JackJumpers. 2 to go before three-quarter time. Air to Deng. Hamilton stands in the corner. Trying to get it into his hands, bit of holding. And McLaughlin will be called for that one.
Black 55. Hold.
So no one really in foul trouble aside from Nick Marshall has the three. McGee has the 24 points. Harvey has the 12 for the Hawks, 13 for Hamilton, and 11 for Bannon. And we'll get an update on Josh Bannon as quickly as we can. He did go back into the rooms. Magnay, nice screen. Hamilton, jumper, will just rattle around a couple of times and drop in. He's starting to get some momentum now. He's up to 15.
Great rotation on his shot. That basketball spins perfectly, and that leads to bounces like that from time to time as Dan can't move the feet quickly enough to cut off McGee.
Push.
Well, this is an interesting sub, taking out Hamilton. I agree with it. It's a minute 39. You give your man a rest to end the third. He will then sit, obviously, of that three-quarter break, but then the question is when you start him.
There, Brad.
Really?
Yeah, I would have left him out there. I
Played
think
a lot of minutes.
You take your foot off the gas.
Two-man game going on there in the ends. Blanchfield joined in as the third person. Joe, any update on Josh Bannon?
Yeah, guys, as you can see, he is back on the JackJumpers bench. That wrist still looking a little tender, but I did speak to the team. They said he is going to give it another go out there.
Good on you, Joe. Ben Air, once again, working his way to the edge of the key and drawing a foul. One on McLaughlin. He also has three now. And Bannon is coming back on the court, so this is good news. And Will Magnay's the happiest man going around because he gets to get a bit of a rest.
This means Majuk Dang will have the matchup on McGee.
Yep. So they haven't gone back to Williamson, have they? Benair does well. McLaughlin sits down, Bale's back on. Minute 10 to go. It's been a spicy affair so far. 6 points is the JackJumpers lead. A bit of holding on down on the baseline, so off the ball. That might go against Bannon. Yep, it'll go against Josh Bannon. Might have been off your screen. He was just in a tangle with McGee.
Well, now you don't want any more fouls because now everyone's in the bonus. You don't want to give them easy free throws to finish the quarter. I know it's only a minute.
Watch out here because he'll bustle his way in. Good control. Shot doesn't go. The tap from Dang will stay in court just. Here's Benair. So Campbell and Air running the show at the moment for the JackJumpers. Pass inside, Dang flashes his way through the key for 2.
Great pass.
Yeah, Brad.
Great pass, but great cut as well. Good timing.
So he's up to 7 points.
Tasmania have held Illawarra to only 16 points in this quarter.
And held the 8-point advantage. Here's Harvey. And off the foots, was it off Marshall? Doesn't matter because Harvey's kept it in play and then went out of bounds. It was a bit sloppy. Are you allowed to do that? He hit me, I'm going to hit him back.
Warning! Behaviour warning!
Behaviour warning for Tyler Harvey. A little frustrated with the pressure coming defensively.
Well, it started from the tip. They've really been on Tyler Harvey hard, trying to disrupt him, and he's 5 of 14 at the moment with 4 turnovers. Tazzy will get the final look at it to close out Q3.
Big play coming up. Yeah, handy 3/4 time lead if the JackJumpers can score here. Campbell, ball in hands to Benair. His pass is a loose one. Harvey's got to shoot it. He drew the foul and couldn't make the play in the end. He tried to draw the foul, didn't happen. And it's an 8-point lead for the JackJumpers, 3/4 time here in Wollongong. Stay with us. We're celebrating rookie round. Todd Blanchfield and Tyler Harvey with some advice on their rookie days.
My first year in the league, it was a guy named Cameron Tovey told me that once a season starts, it honestly just, you blink and it's gone. And at the time I was a 17, 18-year-old kid. I was like, yeah, all right, like, you know, it's 8 months of the season or whatever it was, 7 months at the time. And yeah, it's true. I'm just about to start my 17th season, and I guess it would be just take nothing for granted. We're so fortunate and so grateful to do what we love every day, and blink your eyes and here we are in year 17. So yeah, that's something I would do, is just cherish every moment and enjoy every step of the way.
What would I say to him? I would tell him that if you trust God and you work hard, then things will work out for you. You'll go through some ups, you'll go through some downs, but if you just keep pushing forward, then you'll find that things will work out how they're supposed to. And looking back, you'll understand why.
The final term coming your way from Wollongong, and it's the JackJumpers leading the way by 8. 1 quarter to play. McGee on 24 points, 12 to Harvey. Hamilton on 15, 11 for Bannon. Hawks fans stand. They've been told to clap until they get in front. That'll be a tough ask as that one goes in and the margin is a little bigger.
Derek, I want to ask you, like, I've seen a little bit of Tiger, but he's impressed me tonight. I know there's that 25% shooting and he's knocked a couple down today, but he's got a nice stroke.
Yeah, and I think it was just a couple of bad shooting nights as Harvey continues his bad shooting night.
Right behind Blanchfield. To give him some space, he'll drop the bomb. He does exactly that. As you said, Brad, Tiger's on 12 points, 45% from the field, 33 from three-point land. So it is a much better effort, and that's what they need him to do each and every week, even when Johnson returns.
And Bannon's lifted his game as well.
Nice floater. That was so controlled by Hamilton.
And so high.
Push off. So Marshall and Tyler Harvey are really having a crack right now. Harvey went to ground after a little bump.
Well, that's Marshall's job.
Fouls the reach, then the up hook.
He's got fouls to give. He's got size, he's athletic. Be physical.
Well, they've just given a flick warning to Tyler Harvey for that last possession down low. That's what that was about. Illawarra, when they knocked that 3 down, they were 3 of 14 before that. That was their 4th 3 they hit through tonight. And you look at this team last year, they knocked a lot of 3s down.
They're going with it now. Bannon stands and waits for him. The spin move is just controlled as well. There's another 2.
What's impressed me is the touch. He's knocked down 3 difficult shots that required great skill.
Bannon to respond down the other ends. Pulled in by McGee's, caught one to the eye. Harvey for 3, must go in. He delivers.
Doesn't take much.
No, it's the 4th quarter. We know what he can do. He's a big shot, big time shooter, and he loves this moment.
5 points now, that margin. Tassie trying to get the response. Campbell under pressure, 7 on the shot clock. Has to shoot it. That was great defense. Bales traps it past to Wadi. Wadi taking it all the way. Tassie need a timeout. Wollongong up and a bounce. It's just 3 points now. 74-71.
Well, give that to Bawali Bales. Give that to Bawali Bales, and the whole of the Illawarra Hawks bench jumped up. His defense was outstanding on Tiger and was able to get the stop, and they pushed it and got a beautiful layup.
And it's tough when you're in that position that Tiger Campbell found himself in, but you got to stay disciplined, continue to run the offense, move the basketball, don't get sucked in to a one-on-one contest against an elite level defender.
So it's a 3-point ball game. They were under the pump, Illawarra, but just a little bit of momentum now. Bales delivering. Tyler Harvey stepped up when needed. And of course, McGee's been solid pretty much the whole game. But they needed Tyler back into the game and having the influence we know he can have.
It's going to be a final 7.5 minutes of pure defense and excitement.
The Amy replay showing the fantastic defensive effort here. Bales got the ball, gave it over to Harvey. A little two there, and there's the defence. Put Campbell under all sorts of pressure and then ran the ball. Got it off to Wani, and Wani finished the play. That was terrific stuff and got the fans out of their chair. 3 points. Pressure back now on the JackJumpers. Hamilton, cool as ever, goes for a fadeaway. Rattles around. And they're running it at all times. Blanchfield. McLaughlin just wasn't composed enough. McGee did really well. Pass inside. Bannon, good response defensively. Campbell to Hamilton in the corner. Drimmick steps around. Pass inside. Under pressure is Bannon. Good decision. Put a shot away, but keeps it alive with 9 on the shot clock. They'll go to their main man. The screen was set. He doesn't go that way. Has to do a fadeaway, and it's shorts. Bannon, well done. Somehow hauled it in. Will he shoot? He does, and it's short again.
Wow, McGee sat back and dared Bannon to shoot it.
There's a foul there for Magnay. Aggressive work from Toddy Blanchfield.
Well, this is an up and down game. I was just about to say, I don't know how long I believe in Mawali on the bench there. I just think Jacori's he's trying to get into this game. You can see it, but it's just not 1 of 8 from the field right now. And the defensive necessity is Blanchfield knocks the first one down. It's a tough decision for that coach has to make. That's why we sit here, Derek.
And of course, Dave O'Hickey not playing. They want him back ASAP as it's down to 1 point. Can you believe it? It's a great little fight back from the home team.
Wow.
Body contact underneath there, and Wani's called for a push-up.
You can't run through the screener. Black 9.
And both these coaches are so insistent with their players that they play aggressive on the defensive end. Extreme ball pressure.
It's a lot of feeling, and it's only round 2. This is pretty cool. The inbound from Drimmick. Long pass to Bannon. And Bannon keen to take on Blanchfield. McGee comes to help out. The hands were good. Harvey shooting away. Can't get it there. McGee just so big. The long limbs. Took the rebound and put it in.
Oh, 2.3 metres of those arms. Was able to grab that rebound and just put it in like a tennis ball.
Well, Magnay had to go out and contest the shot. And that just left Tasmania's inside super exposed.
Here's Drimmick in the corner, shooting away. It's short. Now McGee is now in the 40-minute game, becomes the highest scorer for the Hawks in a 40-minute game. Gary Irvin scored 27 back in 2010, and now Taval McGee has 28 points to his name.
On opening night, is that right?
Opening night.
Wow, that's great. And he's not finished.
Or in their debut.
2.4 seconds. That did not touch the ring here. Oh, no, they've said it did, so they're going to reset that before. I didn't think that hit the ring, but
I thought it grazed
okay.
Just the underside of it as Hamilton gets back to work.
Here's Campbell, go to Joe in just a touch as Deng shooting, and Den is swishing. Joe, courtside.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Great energy among the Hawks at the moment. As you can imagine, you can really sense they've got a bit of momentum here as Toddy Blanchfield goes up, just misses the bunny there. I was watching the huddle earlier. Tyler Harvey and JaVale McGee were communicating really well and just working together, obviously, to try and fast-track their chemistry. They are, of course, the 2 leading scorers for the Hawks at the moment, so something seems to be working.
5 remaining. Good on you, Joe. Campbell, yes! This has been a big game from the Tiger.
Back-to-back 3 balls. Campbell says, I got this. Gets a nice ball screen from Magnay, and that's just poor defense by the Hawks. Not enough pressure on the ball. They're playing that drop defense with McGee in the lineup, and that's just too much space for quality shooters. That's a sign that we'll need to look out for as the Hawk season progresses.
Yeah, and especially after he's hit one, Derek, you just got to know your matchups, know your scout. I mean, there was a lot of talk that he wasn't shooting the ball well, but tonight he's in rhythm. 15 points, 6 of 13 from the field, and 3 of 7 from the three-point line, having a great game.
This is a beauty of a game. We've got more coming tomorrow. Of course, Sydney Kings and the Cairns Taipans will be an absolute ripper. We get to see the Kings and their new look lineup. What are you thinking with Delly and Davis running the show?
Oh, they've done a good job, and I'm looking forward to watching them play. And also, Jalen Galloway's been outstanding in the preseason, so really good tip-off tomorrow.
The Galloways will go at each other, and of course, have you heard of a bloke called Bryce Cotton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Derek, have you noticed every time he sort of says Bryce Cotton, there's a little tear in his eye?
Yeah.
You know that Adelaide 36 player that he's got to talk about?
Mate,
the wound hasn't healed.
When he left, I had to have a stent in the heart. They put a stent in. It was an emotional wreck.
I was in Perth last year with you and calling with Damien Martin when he went up and dunked that ball. And I thought you had a heart attack right there, the way you jumped up. It was brilliant.
We love Bryce, don't you worry about that. But good to see him in the competition, and he'll light it up tomorrow. It'll be enthralling to seeing him in the Sixers outfit, and they'll pack the house in there at Adelaide.
Oh, yeah.
They've done real well in the off-season in their recruiting. Here's Harvey to McGee. He's been a big recruit. On that occasion, loses possession.
Big possession here.
Yeah, Tasmanian basketball. Look at this. Slow it down, get a good set, get the right look. Like the fact that Wiley Bales is back out there on D.
Dang, again, same position, but that one doesn't go down.
Excellent play design to create a really good look from a Juk Dang.
Harvey with ball in hand, goes to his big man again, barges his way through. And the offensive foul on that occasion.
And this is one of the problems Illawarra's got to have. The last 2 possessions, McGee has been outstanding, but a lot of it has not just been throw the ball in. He's had a few, but now you look here and we'll just see, oh yeah, that's a good call. That's the right call. But yeah, you just got to be careful not to throw it in and everyone else just stand around and let him go to work. Ball movement from one side to the other, then you can roll it in and he can go one-on-one down low.
Sitting at 5 points right now, under 5 to go. Magnay, McGee, they stand together. Bad pass in the end. On the break, the big man looks to pass it off and then just stands under the rack. That was far too easy. Came back his way and he drops it in for 2. Game still alive here in Wollongong.
Well, you've got to go to Hamilton here. You've got to get him some looks, get him some good shots.
In the corner he goes, Brad. Bales with the big boards and wants to rush it up the other end of the court. Look at him go. Makes Dan work. He goes with the left hand and it's blocked by Dan. He has had a great game, Juk Deng. Both ends of the court. Hamilton to Deng again. Can he respond on the offensive end? And that one just won't drop.
Well, he has. You were talking Den then. He's just such a complete player. He does it on both ends of the floor. He's smart. Derek, you said out of the timeout, it was a good look. That's the shot you want. Yeah, it didn't drop, but he gets the ball in there, waits for the contact, throws it up and goes to the line for 2.
He's had a couple of blocks, 10 points. He's got a few boards to his name as well, so rock solid game.
And this is the 3rd really close game that Tasmania's played already this season. And they won 1 and lost 1, and let's see if they learned from that loss. I think they've been in control most of this game, Brad, in terms of tempo, style of play, momentum.
Well, you were in that Tasmania venue when they lost that first game from a very good Melbourne United. But it just felt like they let it slip a little bit by not playing their normal basketball.
The Hawks needing a response now. Still lots of time on the clock. Ball in the hands of the right man. That one won't go. The rim protection has been good.
Magnay got a piece of that one.
And a little reaching in from McLaughlin.
Then a rough one from McLaughlin.
That's his 5th.
Just hasn't found any rhythm as he fouls out of this one. 5 points on 1 of 8 shooting. 6 dimes though, Brad, but definitely not the impression he wanted to leave on this home crowd in his opening game.
Well, we do have to mention as well their obviously preferred #1 is Davo Hickey, who is not there tonight. But still, that's a big loss.
Hamilton, a little firm on the shots. Big chance now for the Hawks. Crowd a little unsettled. Lots of crossovers from Tyler. Dang's long arms, hauls that one in.
Ooh,
He just
very
got
close.
messy. Coach knew all about it too. Said get it over as quickly as possible. Hamilton. Screen sets for him. He looks inside. That was a little too adventurous. A couple of Hawks hovering around.
Well, a couple of minutes here. It's the two left-handers we're going to be watching here in Hamilton and Tyler Harvey. They know this time. They love it. They've been there many times before. Timeout is called by Tasmania. But we saw what Bryce Hamilton can do in Perth last week, and he's looking to take over right here.
Absolutely. 5 points is the margins. We have a Tangerine timeout. McGee has the 30 points to his name. He's also pulled in 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and a couple of steals and 3 blocks. That's a handy stat line.
Very handy, and I don't think even the most ardent JaVale McGee supporter would have expected 30 and 12 in his opening game here, but a good timeout here by Scott Roth at the 2:18 mark, knowing that he has one up his sleeve to utilize and get a good possession here, and it really cranks up the pressure on Illawarra.
Let's have a look at the big man's highlights because it's been scintillating to watch. 30 points, as I said, and only one player has debuted in the NBL with 30 points and 10 rebounds in the past 30 years. That was Carlos Powell for New Zealand back in 2006. He had 34 and 11, but that was a 48-minute game. So that's how good McGee's first game has been. Incredible. He's been everywhere, hasn't he?
Who's the best? What is the best?
Carlos Powell had the 34 and 11.
When
As I said, that was 48-minute game.
Right.
Mate.
For some reason, I got Bobby Lock in my head, Derek, where when I know he was playing in Tasmania. Did he have 50 or
Bobby
something?
Lock for Geelong had 50.
Yeah.
In a 48-minute
In Tasmania,
game.
or was it in Geelong? Something says
He
I don't
played
know.
for Geelong.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
There's the Blackmores shot chart.
Look at
30
that.
points. 14 from 19 too. Makes it even more impressive. Although he does get it around the ring and he is 7 foot tall. You've got to finish the plays though.
Oh,
Dang,
wow.
steps out, sends it on its
Oh,
way.
no, you
He's
can't
had a
have
big night.
And a terrible defensive breakdown from the Hawks. McGee doesn't go out to check Dang, and he punishes him.
Harvey and other two wanted the foul as well. They're just keeping themselves in it. They need a stop here. Buckler-Bullock all over Hamilton. Bales does the same on Campbell. Here's Hamilton again, wants to go one-on-one. Crossover, superb, and just the one off the glass doesn't go.
He didn't touch the ball.
He does a great job of maintaining balance as he's dancing on you, shaking on you, and then eventually he gets by Swakala-Bullock on his right hand, draws the contact, goes in the line to shoot two.
He had to give him 2 or 3, though. It was good defense for the first couple of possessions, but
correct.
Wow, he just kept shaking him.
So Bobby Lock, 50 was in 1990, 35 years ago.
There you go.
So
yeah, wow.
I was talking 30 years.
No,
Well,
that's...
my memory doesn't go back 35, Brad. It only goes
Seconds
30.
or years? Which?
Probably both.
It's changing from a 3 to a 2.
What's your name?
You want to tell Scott? There's a foul. We're just changing it 3 to 2.
3-point shot at 2:09. Now
Yours.
So the
Yours,
3 goes
2.
back to the 2.
Ooh, okay.
So 79-85 is the score on the scoreboard.
Tasmania shot 71 shots and 36 of those from the 3. More than half. Oh, no, they've just changed to 35, obviously, after that one.
But Brad, when you defend at the level that Tasmania do, you have more room for error on the offensive end. And to come in here and to hold this Hawks team to only 79 this late in the fourth quarter is an outstanding effort.
Just changing the score.
So the score needs to be adjusted with 1:36 left in this game.
Let's go.
And you couple it with the fact that they're so good with the basketball, only 9 turnovers.
Let's go, guys.
And that's how you win basketball games on the road.
Yeah. But it's been their DNA. Literally since they've stepped into this NBL, they've always been good.
Hamilton drops his first.
One.
Short on the seconds. Some life in the game right now. Harvey. Nearly double team. Working hard against Trimmick. In off the glass. He was always going to score that.
Just so hard to stop. Goes to right, goes to left. It was pretty good defense. It was just outstanding offense.
Tiger Campbell got the pressure on him. Gives it to Hamilton. Screen comes for him. Trimmick doing the team thing. Hamilton against Harvey. Step back. Sends it up. And a little short. Kept alive by Magnay. Well done to Campbell.
Clever.
Chew up a bit of time on the clock. And Campbell's hurt himself here. He looks
I think
over
that's
to the
just,
bench.
I think a cramp. I think he, I just looked at him. It looked like it just in the right calf.
That was good by Magnay, wasn't it? Just got his hands there just to keep it alive. The Army replay. Just a bit of contact there as he just went to ground Tiger Campbell.
Early in the season, the body's trying to get used to the intensity required to play at the level. We've seen a number of guys cramping, doing ankles late in games.
Oh, that Freeman one last night for Brisbane. Ooh.
4 points under a minute to go. The Hawks raise the championship banner. Now they're under the pump to get their first win at home. Campbell shaking off Bales. Crossover into the key. Now under the pump. Has to go with the fadeaway. Be off targets. A score here needed for the home team. Ball in the hands of the right man. Tucks it under the arm. Harvey can't make it go. Magnay with important boards. Hamilton will be fouled by Bales.
Like 14.
That'll be 2 free throws. That's their more than 5. I think it's their 6th for the quarter. So now it's going to be becoming a free throw game here.
Thanks, guys. Let's go. Let's go, guys.
This has been Tassie tough, hasn't it? They've been rock solid. They've had to watch the McGee show.
He's not shooting.
12 of 19 from the free throws they've been tonight. That's Tasmania. With Bryce Hamilton 4 of 5 so far, as we see. You just spoke about it. He's grabbing a hamstring. I hope it's just a cramp there. His deng's coming out. You just see him grabbing his right hamstring.
Well, that's not great because, as we said, Johnson's going to be out
One shot.
for several weeks. A lot of sympathy there, so it looks like it's more than just cramp on the bench. As Hamilton makes the important plays. And we'll have a timeout for the Hawks.
Oh, yeah, that looks sore.
Tangerine timeout as we watch Juk Den just chat to his medicos. That's a bit of a concern.
It is,
because, isn't there?
Yeah, I think it is a concern because to me that's not a cramp now.
Yeah.
I thought maybe the first one, but as he's come out there, that looks like it's a bit deeper than the cramp, so that is concerning.
And we have had a lot of injuries, haven't we, to start this season? I mean, the Bullets have got 3 that we hope aren't serious, 2 of them in particular. Mitch Norton, of course, we know the extent of that, but there's a few other teams that are just missing a few key players.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but, you know, this is a part of the way the season transpires, and when you build your roster, you have to consider these types of things are possible. And if your identity, if your work ethic, and if your execution is right, you can manage through these tough times when you face physical ailments.
6 points now, that margin. Everything needs to go right now for the Hawks. McGee has 30, Harvey on 19, 12 to Blanchfield, 20 for Hamilton, 14 for Deng. Maybe injured.
Scott, in case he goes to the corner. Scott, in case he goes to the corner, just stay back from the court, okay?
With an advice for Scott Roth.
Scott was instructed to step back, and he did not step back. He is not giving any ground.
You go to Tyler Harvey here for the 3, or Blanchfield popping.
Here's Tyler. Pass inside's quick. Oh, that's good.
Nice move. Love that.
That was great. So McGee finishes it. Steal here, very important. Fails from behind. Now he'll go for the foul. Two shots for Tiger Campbell.
Two shots. Just go, 2 shots.
Well, I thought Bales fouled him earlier in the backcourt, Brad. It wasn't whistled. And Tatum wanted the foul earlier, and Bales looked at him and said, I thought I did.
Tiger gets the first. Keeping that margin at 5. And gets the seconds.
It's been good.
He has been really good. Got to get a good shot away. Wani, we're right behind. It was on target, but it won't land.
Well,
Tasmania
this is
done
a
terrifically
fantastic
well.
win for Tasmania. Derek, as we said, you're in Tasmania a week ago. They lose to Melbourne, question marks asked. They go on the road, they beat Perth, and now they come to the defending champions who raise the banner, and they get the job done on the road.
This is 2 of 4 on the road as well for them. So the Perth win was huge for them. Now another one. Just gives them so much confidence, doesn't it? On an away stretch. Hamilton continues to chalk up his points. So he came into this round averaging 25 points per game, and he's got 21 to his name. He's also had the 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Another fantastic performance from him. He's going to be, was he in your top 15?
Yes, he was.
Yes,
thank you.
I should have led him with a better way than that.
Too nice to Derek, don't allow it.
Tough ass, the top 15.
Look, he's had great support tonight. You look at the way Tasmania played. Of course, you just said Bryce Hamilton, 21 points. Tiger Campbell, well, this has been his best game so far, although it's only been early, 17 points. Majock Dem was great with 14. Josh Bannon, 11. They've just done a really good job, and as Derek said, only 9 turnovers. Taking care of that ball is a key.
And Tasmania had a very challenging start to the season after that home loss. They went to Perth, they've come here. They still got to go to Adelaide and Brisbane. So these road victories are invaluable right now to start off the season.
Yeah, well, they're 2-1 now, and we'll see how they go against Adelaide and Brizzy. 7 points this margin. And 10 seconds remaining. So disappointing night for the Hawks fans. They saw the banner raised, and in the end, their team just not up to it. They did get excited, though, with JaVale McGee putting on a real show with 32 points. Lots of bodies tangled up on that occasion. Blanchfield, long way out, will be short. McGee over the top will be called for the foul. Came from behind. Have you seen Magnay's game? I know it's not always been him, but have you seen it compared to his rival out there?
Well, I mean, it's hard when you look at a McGee who's come in with 32 points and everything he's been able to do. But as Magnay, Joe spoke to him before the game, and he just said he loves this challenge, and it's great for him. He's played the Magnay game, where he's been solid. He's been able to change shots. He's done some good passing, and he set screens. And for me, that's a wow of the game of what he's done. He's made McGee make as tough as he can, and that's as good as you can do.
Is there a matchup for McGee throughout the season? Just thinking of other teams as we wait for Trimmick to shoot away.
Well, you have to look at someone that has the sheer size, and maybe a Tyrell Harrison as Bales knocks down a bomb.
Sensational game. They're Tassie tough, this team. And they're going to be title challengers, no doubt about that. Scott Roth does a great job. Few hurdles, few injuries, but they still get the job done after a big win in Perth. 91-86, the final score.
An outstanding performance by the JackJumpers. They did it the Jackie way, defended, rebounded, and shared the ball in the offensive end, and then when it mattered, Hamilton and Campbell came through.
Yeah, I completely. You look at the footlocker player of the game there, JaVale McGee, 32 points. It's not often it goes to one in a losing team, but tonight that was very well deserved. He had an outstanding game.
Yeah, they look after us. Footlocker, $250 gift card, so fantastic performance for him. He had 32 and hauled in plenty of rebounds as well. 13 rebounds, 2 assists and 3 blocks to his name. Blanchfield had 12, Harvey had 19, and for Tasmania, the winners, it was a good spread, 21 to Hamilton, 17 to Tiger Campbell. We've spoken about him. Deng, fingers crossed for him. He had the 14 and 10 for Drimmick. So Tiger Campbell, you put the heat on him a little bit earlier in the game and he came up trumps.
He delivered, and we saw this possibility at the blitz. And it was just only a matter of him being able to knock down some shots, and seeing the ball go through the bucket, Brad, I think did him a lot of good. And now he may have freed himself, created liberty for himself to really excel in the NBL.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. It's exactly what they needed, especially with the outs that they've had. He needed to step up tonight, and he did a great job.
Superb performance from Tassie. And we're going to catch up in a moment with Tiger Campbell, who did have a terrific game, as we've mentioned. Hoping that Johnson comes back. He's probably a couple of weeks away, though. Let's head to Joe courtside.
Yeah, thanks. I've got Tiger Campbell with me. Tiger, a great team effort, especially at the defensive end with the bigs having to contain JaVale McGee. Here they are. How impressive is the effort from this group?
It was great. It was good. We tried to come out and try to contain JaVale. He had a good game, but across the board, everyone played hard, and just happy we could get a win on the road.
You told me before the game that you wanted to step up in the absence of DJ out there. 17, 4 and 4. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just happy we won. That was the main focus, just do anything to win, and happy we could go home with a win.
You've got the Bullets in Brisbane next week. How do you approach that one?
They got some great players, some great imports, and we're going to watch a lot of film this week, and we've been on the road. That will be our 3rd game straight on the road, so hopefully we can catch one more.
Congrats on the win. Go and enjoy this one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that is a wrap here in Wollongong. It is the Tassie JackJumpers 91 over the Illawarra Hawks 86. We'll be back to wrap it all up after this.
Welcome back. Tassie got the job done here in Wollongong. 91-86 the final score. Derek Rucker and Brad Rosen, you just have to admire this team from Tassie. They get the job done each and every week.
It was a great performance, and despite being pounded in the paint, 56 points to 32, they hit enough three-pointers in the second half to create some separation, and they limited Illawarra offensively. Road victories early in the season are tremendous for building team fiber, Brad.
Yes.
There's a little bit of pressure on the Hawks coming into this game. They raised the banner. It was all very exciting at the start, their championship team, and then the pressure came. Did you think they might have felt that a touch?
Yeah, I do. I mean, you know, at the beginning we spoke about it, and I did feel a Tasmania win here because I was worried just with the outs that they've got. I worry at that point guard for Illawarra, the spot. But I think they did everything they needed to do. I mean, JaVale McGee was outstanding for his first game. Tiger
Campbell, once again, they say the Tassie Tiger is extinct, and he's not, and it's frightening.
Well, he came up big. He did a great job of running the offense for the JackJumpers. He got caught up a couple of times in some personal battles with Bwali Bales, but overall, when it mattered most, he delivered. And he made big plays down the stretch, and we know that he's a quality player, and I think this is going to be the catapult for better performances.
Yeah, I agree.
5 points the win here in Wollongong. The JackJumpers 91-86. More basketball action coming your way tomorrow. We've got the big one in Sydney and, of course, Adelaide as well. Thanks for your company on Hungry Jacks.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jacks and Bunnings Warehouse.